Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Well, I guess as well as you can get on Monday morning. Hope you had a great weekend. Man, we had some great football this weekend. Super Saturday is basically what I was thinking it was. All the great games we had. We're going to go over those. Got a lot of news items to go over. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button down there, wherever it is, so you don't miss anything. With it, let's get started with the news. Okay, the big news came out yesterday. Arkansas got rid of Sam Pittman. 32 and 34 over, God, what was he there? 4 or 5, maybe 6 years. 32 and 34. That's what his record was. He had a clause in his contract. If he's like over 500, he gets so much. If he's under 500, winning percentage, he gets so much. It's going to be a $9.8 million buyout. So I think Arkansas can probably handle that. Of course, as we all knew, when Bobby Petrino got hired on there, that he was basically coaching waiting. I mean, I think we all knew that. So, yeah, he's the interim coach, and he wasted no time. He has fired defensive coordinator Travis Williams, defensive line coach Deke Adams, and defensive assistant Marcus Woodson. So, Bobby Petrino, they got good players on that team. I just don't know how fast he can install his system and all that into Arkansas. I expect them to win some games under him. I guess it remains to be seen how quick they start winning games and start looking like a lot better team. Another firing. Oklahoma State fires defensive coordinator Todd Grantham. They just keep rolling. I mean, it started last week and it keeps rolling. New AP poll came out. Oregon moved to number 2. Ole Miss, they jumped to number 4. Alabama moved back into the top 10. Virginia entered the top 25 for the first time in 6 years. Despite being idle, Miami fell to 3, which I don't get that, how teams that don't play, they fall in the polls. I've never gotten that. LSU fell to 13. Florida State fell to 18. Arizona State returns to the top 25 poll at number 25. Two sad news stories here, which sucks, but revolves around college sports. North Carolina State defensive coordinator DJ Elliott's daughter, she passed away after a 5-year-long battle with cancer. Obviously, he didn't coach in that game against Virginia Tech on Saturday, understandably. The Elliott family did start a fundraiser to give back to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia in honor of his daughter, Drew. Sad time there for the family. Freaking cancer, man. It doesn't matter. If you're young, old, a baby, that shit just grabs people. It's crazy. My cousin's going through it right now. Prayers to Coach Elliott and his family and his daughter and all their friends on that one. And unfortunately, another one, Mercer Bears volleyball player Allie Weldon, she passed away from her battle with cancer. So prayers to her and her family, Mercer University and all them. Sucks when you got to do these sad news stories, but, like I said, that involves college sports. Freaking cancer, man. Freaking cancer. Last story in their game against South Carolina, I don't know if you saw it on Saturday. Kentucky running back Seth McGowan scored a 20-yard touchdown. Was so excited, he's trying to throw the ball into some hedges. I guess he overshot the hedges, went to the fans, hit a fan in the shoulder. That fan was none other than Lenore Sellers' grandfather. So he did apologize afterwards. He's like, man, I'm so sorry that happened. And so, but kind of some weird stuff. Lenore Sellers said he saw it happen. He's like, was that my grandfather that got hit? So anyway, yeah, he apologized. I don't know if there's going to be any penalties from the league or Kentucky for chunking the ball up there, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, so everything started on Thursday. Not really too exciting, but East Carolina 3-2 now, beat Army 28-6. Friday, boy, Virginia 4-1 now, beat number 8 Florida State in 2 overtimes, 46-38. Neither team really took command. It was kind of back and forth all night. Florida State had better numbers, though, in rushing in the passing game. Virginia's Morris, 229 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, but ran for 3 touchdowns, too. So it was a hell of a game for him. He was the hero at the frat party that night, if any of those students were still in town. Castellanos, 254 yards, touchdown, 2 interceptions, ran for a touchdown. Did you see the guy from Virginia? I don't know who the hell he is, but we have to Castellanos shoots him the bird, takes a picture of it, puts it on social media. What the hell? You trying to get a reality show? What are you doing here? That's just stupid, but it's his life, I guess. He can do what he wants. Arizona State's 4-1, beat number 24 TCU 27-24. TCU actually led 24-17. Hitting into the fourth quarter, Arizona State outscored them, scored 10 unanswered in the fourth quarter to win that game. Leavitt, 291 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, also ran for a touchdown. Both passing touchdowns were to Jordan Tyson, who had 126 receiving yards. Nice. Defense, 6 sacks, 13 tackles for loss for the Sun Devils. Houston quietly moves to 4-0, beat Oregon State by 3 in overtime. Number 1, Ohio State beat Washington 24-6. I will admit I picked Washington to win this game. They're a good team. Husky Stadium is one of the toughest places to play in America. But give it to the Buckeyes. They got it done. Buckeye defense held Washington to just 15 first downs, 1 for 11 on third down, 234 total yards. They had 6 sacks, 9 tackles for loss. It's like the Washington offense just couldn't. They would make some big plays, and then defense for the Buckeyes would step up and just put an end to it. So, yeah, Ohio State goes to Seattle and wins. Number 13, Ole Miss beats number 4, LSU, 24-19. LSU led 7-3 in the first quarter. Ole Miss outscored them 14-0 in the second quarter. I knew LSU's slow starts would eventually bite them in the ass. A reporter even asked Brian Kelly about that last week. He got pissed, jumped on the reporter, later apologized, but still. We all knew it would catch up with them. And it finally did. They're going to need to stop that crap if they want to have a great season. You got a lot of teams coming up like Ole Miss you cannot start slow against. So, there it is, right there. We all knew that was going to happen. Chambliss, he aired it out. 314 yards, touchdown, ran for 71 also. LSU just 16 first downs, 2 for 11 on third down, 254 total yards, only 57 rushing yards. Ole Miss, 14 penalties for 109 yards. You know Kiffin's not happy about that. Number 9 AM just gets by Auburn 16-10. I'm still sticking with my 8-3 prediction for my Aggies because I knew this shows you that they can't dominate for some freaking reason. They just can't dominate. They started off great, then faded, let Auburn back into it. Aggie defense, though, they have stepped up. They helped out then, holding the Tigers scoreless in first and third quarters. Also had 5 sacks. Le'Veon Moss, 139 rushing yards, touchdown. Concepcion, 113 receiving yards. Aggies, you need to start off fast and you keep playing fast, especially coming up in this big old meet. You got Mississippi State coming in Saturday night, so you need to step it up. Number 11, Indiana gets by Iowa 20-15. Mendoza, 49-yard touchdown pass to Sarrett with 1:28 left to win that one. IU head coach Curt Cignetti said, this game was gut check. It had the good, the bad, and the ugly, but there's a lot of ugly and a lot of bad. So he's telling the truth, though. Mendoza, he ended that game with 233 passing yards and 2 touchdowns on that one. Took overtime for number 15, Tennessee, to beat Mississippi State 41-34. This was another one. This was another of my upsets. I called Mississippi State to win. Came up short. Played a hell of a lot better game against Tennessee than the Huskies did against the Buckeyes. 17-17 at half. That was a damn good game. Kickers, they pretty much made the difference in this game. Tennessee's Gilbert, 11 points. Mississippi State's Farrell, 10 points in that one. Tennessee better in the passing game, though. 355 yards to 180 for Mississippi State. And almost 100 more total yards in that one. But Tennessee, they got themselves quite a scare. It took to overtime also for number 16 Georgia Tech to beat Wake Forest 30-29. Georgia Tech scored only 3 in the first half of this game, which is crazy. You never think that would happen. Wake Forest actually led 17-3 at halftime. Georgia Tech woke up, outscored Wake Forest 14-3 in the third quarter. Haynes King, 243 passing yards, touchdown, ran for 106 and 2 touchdowns. Number 18 Vanderbilt, they are 5-0, beat Utah State by 20. It was 7-7 after the first quarter. High-scoring second quarter, though, 24-14. They kind of woke up and both started scoring there in the second quarter. Pavia, 321 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, ran for 79 and a touchdown. Sherrill, 3 TD catches, 543 total yards. Some people are saying, will Vanderbilt look ahead of Utah State to Alabama? They may have in the first quarter, but they turned it on after that. All right. Great game. I watched this one. Number 23, Illinois. Kicker Alano hits a 41-yard field goal as time expired to beat number 21 USC 34-32. Good game, back and forth. One would score, the other one would answer. A lot of big plays. That was just a damn good Big Ten game. Luke Altmaier, 2 touchdown passes, rushing touchdown, and a TD catch in this game. So he have the trifecta. Hell of a game for him. Illinois defensive line, they pushed around USC. Or offensive line, I'm sorry. Offensive line pushed around USC's defensive line quite a bit during this game. So Illinois bouncing back from that embarrassing loss the week before. Number 22, Notre Dame, manhandles Arkansas 56-13. Pittman gets hired. Petrino gets put in. 42-10 at halftime. I actually was watching Illinois USC on the iPad and Notre Dame and Arkansas on the TV because I figured Arkansas would play a better game. Notre Dame, they're a good team, but not Notre Dame we've seen in the last couple of years. I said, maybe they'll give them a game. Halftime, I had it switched. I had Notre Dame and Arkansas on the iPad, and Illinois USC went on the big TV. So anyway, they lost. Arkansas was scoreless in the second half. That's just Notre Dame. C.J. Carr, 354 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. Jeremiah Love, 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 receiving touchdowns too. So that guy, hell of a guy. Minnesota, they are 3-1, beat Rutgers 31-28. Minnesota's scoreless in the first quarter of that one. Rutgers was scoreless in the third quarter, so they traded off there. Duke, they bounced back nicely. They're 2-2 now. Beat Syracuse 38-3 in the Carrier Dome. Mensa, 268 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Shepard ran for 168 and 2 touchdowns for Duke. 9 penalties for 105 yards. You know, Syracuse, when they won that game, I forget who they played a couple weeks ago. Was it Clemson? And they, even though they wanted the coach to make them do wind sprints at the end of the game, I didn't see, but what did he make them do when they lost to Duke at home like that? Run bleachers? I don't know. Louisville, they're 4-0. Louisville's got a big game coming up. I forget who they're playing, but they got a pretty big one coming up. Maybe Virginia. Louisville's 4-0, beat Pitt 34-27. Miller Moss, 339 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. Only 53 rushing yards, though, for Louisville. That's crazy. Cincinnati, they are 3-1, beat Kansas 37-34. After Walker scores a touchdown with 29 seconds left. Kansas started off pretty good. Now they've been falling apart here in the early part of the season. Kansas State, man, look at them, huh? Give Central Florida their first loss and win 34-20. Wildcats defense held UCF to 13 first downs, 3 for 13 on third down, forced 3 turnovers. Kansas is falling, but Kansas State's kind of rising. Kind of crazy. Another one I watched that was a very, very defensive game. Number 6, Oregon beat number 3, Penn State 30-24 in 2 overtimes. Like I said, very defensive, 10-3. Started the fourth quarter. Penn State did come back, though, make it a game, force overtime. Aller threw an interception in overtime in that, giving Oregon the win. Dante Moore for the Ducks, 248 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Drew Aller, 137 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, both to Devontae Ross. Ducks defense, they held the Nittany Lions to 15 first downs, 276 total yards. Both good on third down, though. I mean, they were 50% or a little better. Both low penalties too. 6 total in the game between both those between Oregon and Penn State. Since taking over as head coach at Penn State, James Franklin 4-21 against top 10 teams. Number 17, and I had this one on the iPad. Number 17, Alabama goes to Athens, beats Georgia, number 5 Georgia 24-21. Ty Simpson 276 yards, 2 touchdowns, ran for a touchdown. Stockton for the Bulldogs 130 yards, touchdown. Bowens 119 rushing yards and a touchdown. Both defenses only had 1 sack in this game, so offensive line did a pretty good job. Bama killed it on third down. 13 for 19 on third down. Georgia only 2 for 18. Bama, they outpassed Georgia, outrushed them too. Alabama also had the ball for 10 more minutes than Georgia. Number 14, Iowa State beat Arizona 39-14. Arizona quietly making some noise. They're 3-1 now. Rocco Beck, 243 yards. No passing TDs, but ran for 3 of them. Wow. Hanson, 2 rushing TDs. Sal, 146 receiving yards. Arizona only scored in the second and third quarter. TD passes from Fifita. Both teams, great passing game. Rushing, not so much. Both under 113 rushing yards. They got to find the rushing game. Iowa State. Matt Campbell's probably happy about this. 1 penalty for 5 yards in that game. That's incredible. I'm still getting over this cold. Number 20, Mizzou beat UMass 42-6. My little niece goes to Missouri, and my brother-in-law went to Missouri. So my mom, she watches A&M games because of my sister, but also watches Missouri games now. She's like, "What channel is it on?" "It's on ESPNU." I said, "Do you have ESPNU?" She's like, "I might." I said, "Well, here's the numbers. Go see if you got it." She's like, "No, I don't got it. Calls a subscription." I said, "Well, don't worry. Missouri, they're playing Massachusetts. They'll probably win 60-0 anyway." I was off a little bit. They won 42-6. Maud Hardy, 130 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. UMass, only 9 first downs, 124 total yards. Held the ball 17 minutes less than Missouri. Number 25, BYU. They are 4-0, beat Colorado 24-21. Buff started strong. 14-3 in the first quarter. Salter threw for TDs, ran for TDs. Colorado was under 173 yards, though, in both rushing and passing. Bachmeier for BYU, 179 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, ran for 98. Both those touchdown passes were to Chase Roberth. Both teams converted only 3 times on third down. Both only had 6 penalties, so I guess a little bit of a trade-off. North Texas, man, look at North Texas. 5-0 for the first time since I think like 1959. They're having a pretty damn good season. Beat South Alabama 36-22. Caleb Hawking, 140 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Mestemeyer, 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. Defense had 7 tackles for loss. Ohio and Central Michigan, they both won their games. They are 3-2 now. James Madison is 3-1, beat Georgia Southern by 25. Knight and Fuller for the Dukes, over 135 rushing yards and a touchdown each. UL Monroe, they are 3-1, beat Arkansas State 28-16. Northwestern, they are 2-2, beat UCLA by 3. UCLA is 0-4, so I'm thinking maybe Deshaun Foster wasn't the problem. It's something else there. Cal, they are 4-1. They beat Boston College by 4. BC actually led at halftime. Baylor 3-2, beat Oklahoma State 45-27. Robertson, 393 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, and ran for a touchdown. No wonder why DC got let go. Utah's 4-1, beat West Virginia 48-14. Utah's Damper, 4 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing. Curtis, their kicker, 12 points for him. UConn, they're 3-2, beat Buffalo by 3. San Diego State is 3-1, beat Northern Illinois 6-3 in their baseball game. Navy's 4-0, beat 3-2 Rice 21-13. Toledo's 3-2, beat Akron by 42. It was 35-3 at halftime in that game. Akron, 148 total yards. That was it. New Mexico, they are 3-1, beat their rival New Mexico State 38-20. Lane for New Mexico, 4 touchdown passes in that game. Hawaii, man. Timmy Chang, man, he's turning this program around. They're 4-2 now. Beat Air Force 44-35. Alejo, I think say his name, Alejo, 457 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 of them to Harris, who had 144 receiving yards. So Timmy Chang doing some good things out there in Honolulu. Tulane 4-1, beat Tulsa 31-14. Tulane's Javen Gardner, 3 rushing touchdowns. Kennesaw State, they started 0-2, but they've won 3 straight. They beat Middle Tennessee Saturday 24-16. Old Dominion, they are 3-1, beat 1-4 Liberty 21-7. What the hell happened to Liberty? Weren't they just in the Fiesta Bowl like 2-3 years ago? Virginia Tech won again, beat NC State by 2. Southern Miss is 3-2, beat Jacksonville State 42-25. Southern Miss's Braylon Braxton, 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown in that game. Western Kentucky 4-1, beat Missouri State by 5. The game was actually 10-9 at halftime. Memphis, they are 5-0, beat Florida Atlantic 55-26. See if I can say his name. Memphis is Des Rosiers. I'm going to go with Des Rosiers. 204 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. Hell of a game for him. Washington State, they are 3-2, beat Colorado State 20-3. Neither team scored in the second half. All that was first half action. Boise State, they are 3-1, beat Appalachian State 47-14. Madsen from Boise State, 321 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. 2 of those were to Latrell Copley. Bowen Phillips and A. Marion McHugh each had pick sixes for the Broncos. All right, we mentioned South Carolina. The North Sellers' grandfather got hit with the ball. Well, they ended up winning. They're 3-2 now. Beat Kentucky 35-13. Gamecock defense, 6 sacks, 10 tackles for loss. Gerald Kilgore, 45-yard pick 6. Held UK to 14 first downs, 232 total yards, forced 4 turnovers. Sellers, 153 passing yards, 81 rushing yards. No touchdowns, though. How much longer Stoops going to be there? I want to say I heard and read within the last couple of years, he's like the winningest coach in Kentucky. But there's just no progress there. I mean, you can win games that have progress, and that seems what's been going on there. Louisiana Tech, they are 4-1, beat UTEP 30-11. Foster and Jackson Jr. for the Bulldogs, each have pick 6s. Something crazy. Louisiana, Raging Cajuns beat the Marshall Thundering Herd 54-21 in 2 overtimes. Both these teams are 2-3. Both these teams used to rule the Sun Belt Conference, and now look at them. How things change. I mean, I know Napier left Louisiana and went to Florida. In Marshall, they lost their coach because they wouldn't work him a deal. So, there you go. Things change in college football. Crazy things happen. All right, so FCS, yeah, some interesting things happen. UT Rio Grande Valley, down in the south part of Texas, first year to play. They started 4-0. They were beating people. Now, granted, they were smaller schools. But finally lost. Went to Southeast Louisiana. Only lost 45-31, so they played the Lions tough. So UT Rio Grande Valley, their first year, is going pretty smooth, pretty good. Good late night game. I watched this one. Montana moved to 4-0, beat Idaho 41-30. Gilman, 142 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns for the Grizzlies. And then North Dakota State, they are 4-0. They beat South Dakota 51-13. South Dakota Coyotes are 2-3, which is crazy because they've been playoff and contending for a playoff for the last few years. And I don't know what's happened to them. Anyway, that's it. Like we always say, it's Monday. It sucks, but what are you going to do? Just stay busy. Days will go by. The weekend will be here again before you know it. We'll be back Wednesday or Thursday to do, what are we on now? Week 6? We're going into week 6? Yeah, week 6 preview. Like I said, last week kind of looked like it might be a little lame of a Saturday. There's actually some decent games. Some you may just have to see, a couple of them. Some of you like, well, if I'm home, I'll watch them type of thing. But there's some decent ones on. So anyway, we'll go over those, all that stuff. Meantime, work hard, stay busy. Weekend will be here before you know it. Stay safe. We'll see you.